Hi everyone, we have another Coffee with Kelly and we have founder Emma Franklin Bell with us here today. And we're going to be finding out about her journey on, well, there's a lot of things, creativity, a beautiful business account, beautiful business. And so Emma, how did you get started? How did you get to where you are today?
Well, I started in the performing arts industry, so I've had a couple of decades in that industry and involved in theatre and productions and classical ballet. Yeah, so the classical training, the classical arts kind of stirred that early feeling of creativity and performance and all of that sort of stuff. And then I built a business. I built a business based on the classical ballet.
Right, classical ballet. It's a beautiful business. I love these journeys. It's fantastic. So, what was the common thread throughout all of this? What was sort of the superpower that you were sort of following throughout that journey?
Yeah, so the common thread has always been the creative aspect. So, how can I actually be creative in life? Whatever journey I'm doing, and then obviously being commercially smart, because a lot of creatives struggle with that commercial aspect. So when I discovered that I needed to also be commercially smart, that's when the enterprising aspect came into play. So with the ballet, I wrote a year-long program for children. It was a dance and drama program, and then I had that delivered by teachers in various venues, and I also helped other teachers. I mentored them to develop and build their own original IP and create their own performing arts programs.
Okay.
Yes, and so then I wrote a book. And so the writing aspect is another creative piece of the puzzle when I wanted to reposition with the sort of the female entrepreneurs and content creators and writers space, I decided to write a book to actually reposition me into that area.
Okay, fantastic. That's great.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
And what are some of the challenges you've found throughout the journey?
Probably from a strategic point of view, coming up with the best model, the best way that you can actually turn this into a business. So having those conversations around strategy, around leverage, around partners, around getting away from yourself having to do all the technical work. And that's why after I'd taught dance for so many years, I wanted to create a program that could be delivered by many teachers, which is what I did. And so same with the Beautiful Business Academy. And books is that thing where you're creating your product, your program, your book based on your creative expertise, and then you're delivering it, and then your spin-offs are things like workshops and programs and partnering with people. The same with the Ladies Lounge, which is a podcast that I have with my co-host Anna.
Very good.
Yeah.
Definitely, really good. We'll put the link below.
Oh, it's such a hoot to do it.
Yeah. But it sounds like you're having fun on it.
Yes,
great.
And
Really,
the same
really great.
thing. You're developing
Really
content that stays out there in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And that people will write and say they listened to an episode from 6 months ago, and you can have these great conversations and make these great connections. A couple of the ladies coming, to visit us tonight have been on, and Kelly's going to come on.
Exactly.
So there's so many ways, and I think if you can just get your creativity and you get into experimental thinking and radical thinking, and what if I tried this and what if I did that, and then use experimental ideas and not get too stressed out about things. Just give things a go. If you've got an idea, even for marketing, even if you're marketing something, give it 3 or 6 months and just throw it out there and see how it goes, and then take the feedback
Yeah.
and then you know, do what the feedback, lean into what's working and lean out of what's not.
Yeah.
So the challenges have probably been learning those more businessy aspects.
Right.
Yes.
Yep, that
Yeah.
makes sense. That's very consistent. The business side, particularly when it's a passion or it's a real creative strength, that makes absolute sense.
Yeah, and that's
of
where I
how
think
to get the
mentors.
business together.
Yes. Yeah, like what you do.
With that. Yeah.
Yeah, having those mentors, who are very strategic and sort of teach your brain a new way of thinking and approaching your business.
Yeah.
Because it has to be an enterprise that survives. It can't be on love.
Love alone, unfortunately, in this circumstance, isn't enough. Unfortunately, we need to marry that with some other things, which is doable.